Today's video is going to actually be about the sad truth about GTA YouTubers. Now, I got the idea of this video by a YouTuber by the name of SWEGTA. He's a bully content creator. I'm personally a big fan of his channel because of a few things. For one, he's a very honest YouTuber that doesn't try to clickbait and deceive his viewers into a lot of bullshit that a lot of the YouTube community does, especially the GTA community. You have people like Cernando and NOUGHTPOINT and Mr. Boss for the win that are very just I don't know, just they can't stop lying. I personally, I'm not a GTA focused YouTuber, though I play GTA, but you know, obviously, what's it called? Obviously, I'm not like covering any GTA news. That's just not my kind of thing. I never deceive my YouTubers either. I just don't believe in like creating content that other people have already created. But the reason I'm doing this very video is because I'm not the only one that agrees with the fact that you have YouTubers out there like such, what's the name, Cernando and NOUGHTPOINT, and they're just horrible. I really just can't figure out like why they do the content that they do. Like, why can't they just like fuck off? Sorry, I'm also kind of sick. But the sad truth is, the GTA community is dying, and it's becoming heavily toxic with people that do fucking what's called clickbait videos that are just intended to, gather revenue. They don't really see this as a video game, or just they don't operate like a YouTuber. They operate like a businessman, and that's something that SWEGTA said, and I really that point really makes sense to me as far as as far as they perceive YouTube. Yeah, so I just thought I might as well just get this out there. So basically, what's it called? Cernando's, in my opinion, is the worst out of the three big GTA YouTubers. Personally, because just too many people look up to him. And I think too many people see his content and don't realize that, it's just a bunch of bullshit. And and it sucks even more that when you tell people that it is a bunch of bullshit, they typically don't believe you. His fan base are a bunch of keyboard warriors who just doesn't, that just, I don't know, pisses me off. But I really hate their content because a lot of it's dishonest. Now, a lot of my content, like I said, I don't really focus on news, and I don't, proclaim videos. I don't really get into YouTube drama as much. Or at least I don't think I do. But for that matter, if I do, then, that's whatever. But, in the future, if I really get into this YouTube drama shit, but I really don't want to. But I feel that, I don't know how to explain this, but a lot of times I look up GTA videos and all I see is the same shit. I see NOUGHTPOINT, I see Mr. Boss for the win, especially during the GTA, what was it called, the nightclub DLC. He was taking credit for other people's work when this DLC came out, and that kind of like pisses me off that like he can just get away with that. You know what I mean? Obviously, NOUGHTPOINT goes to the extent, and I did not know that he goes to the extent. If you mention, like, if you call him a liar in his comment section, or you'd have to go watch SWEGTA's video about him. I really recommend it if you guys are really about the honest truth of YouTubers, behind the scenes, who they really are as people, as far as they act and treat other people, and you will figure out a lot about a NOUGHTPOINT. And and he did make a really good point that what's it called, SWEGTA did, about how people will probably go to the comment section and say that you're jealous. Well, I mean, this is what he said. I'm not saying that I created this by any means. of, you know, I don't know. How do I word this? I'm not saying that I ever said this to begin with. He said it first, and, you know, I think he said it best when he says that basically, how is he supposed to, like, not be envious of what YouTubers like YouTubers like NOUGHTPOINT and shit, how successful they are? How is he not supposed to envy that whenever he's the one making the better content and quality? And I think it's really just a bunch of bullshit that people just make shittier content, better content, my bad, opposed to, you know, quality over quantity. And somehow these shittier YouTubers that make nothing but clickbait videos basically just get by with it. Now, my video is probably going to get flagged for a lot of reasons because I'm mentioning such YouTubers, and they're very sensitive when they're called liars. I remember when Fernando said he had GTA 6, I called that shit out. Okay, I I I know that they have YouTube videos of people calling it out, but when I first heard about it, I called it out. I said it's fake. And so, because, I mean, you don't just, the way he acts, they're all just smug and entitled, you know, and I don't know, I just don't like their content for those various reasons, and I hate people that, like, view them as, like, really good and honest YouTubers, when in reality they're not, and YouTube has become such a shithole, and, I mean, it goes deeper than just GTA YouTubers. You have shitty YouTubers like Logan and Jake Paul, and I just don't like them. But not Point Man, dude, he's just the shittiest, I swear. Though, what's his name? Fernando, I think, is just cringy as shit, and he just needs to stop. And what was it called? SWEGTA asked in one of his videos from the bully community if they really want Mr. Boss for the win in the community. And I mean, I'm a big fan of Bully. I think it's a great Rockstar game. You know, I don't know, you'd have to actually play it and enjoy it. You know, and for the time being, I mean, that game on the PS2 was like the shit. So I obviously got it for the PS4. I know I really like Bully, but for the most part, you have people like, no, actually, Mr. Boss made a video about Bully, and it really is just Bully 2 news and shit, when in reality, he's saying old news that's already been done better than, you know, and I really hate how people like that. I don't know how to explain this, really. I don't think I have the words to explain what I'm trying to say in the video, but basically, people have already made that same video just better, you know, and they've done it before he did. So, I don't know. And, what's it called? As far as, like, forums and websites go and shit like that, I don't really get into that deep of it. I honestly play this game to have fun. I'll be honest with you. I don't rack in, like, fake news and shit like that. I play this game because I genuinely like to. And I don't think that many people play this game because they genuinely like to anymore. I think they play it and record themselves playing it for the fact that, you know, they can get a lot of views and shit. My channel's unpopular as shit. Now, if it's anybody that should, you know, be saying that, like, I don't know, it's like my point on YouTube, my profile, my YouTube account or channel, whatever, it's pretty shitty, I'll be honest. My content may not be the greatest content, and I try to do new things, and I try to figure out what people like the most so I can offer that content, but for the most part, I tend to try to do things that I personally like to do. It just makes it more fun that way. For instance, and I try to have a wide, and it's just not Grand Theft Auto. I try to have like a very wide variety of content because I like to play Borderlands and other video games and such. But you know, if it's anybody that anybody should really watch about, like, he's an honest, like I said, you know, honest YouTuber. So, and because I had a similar opinion, but the point is, I try and have fun with it. So, that's why I'm not saying I'm the most legit channel on earth, but I try to be as fun and as, original as possible. What's it called? I really don't care about ad revenue, and I want there to be, so my videos don't have ads. I want it ad free. I don't want to make YouTube a living career. It would be interesting, but you know, NOUGHTPOINT basically litters this whole channel with ads and shit. And I don't really trust the fact that like littering my videos with ads, because I don't want to be about that. I'll have maybe one or two in at most if that's the case. But for the most part, I really, really like to play video games. Obviously, it's a good, fun hobby that you can actually make a career out of. So obviously GTA is a dead game as far as like, I mean, not really. Actually, I take that back. GTA is not a dead game. GTA is a game that's dying. It's in that stage where like it's getting older. Red Dead Redemption 2 is just better. And it's not because it's new. It's just because you know this game tries to be so much, and so that's it. Yeah, I'd have to make a separate video on it, but for the most part, I wanted to keep it kind of short. This little, maybe 15-minute video, but I really, really recommend to subscribe to SWEGTA's channel, because as he said, he should have the right to envy. How is he not supposed to envy? And YouTubers like me and him, how are we not supposed to envy channels that are like, Cernando and shit, billions and billions of, like, not billions of followers and subscribers and whatnot, and money. How the hell are YouTubers like us not supposed to complain and not supposed to envy about it? You know what I mean? Because it's bullshit and it's at its finest. So, like I said, I really, really recommend to watch this video. It's quite informative, actually. So, I don't know how I completed that stunt jump. And no, that's actually a good end of this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Just stay real. Anyone willing to start a YouTube channel, just you do your own thing. But if you genuinely like playing the game that you're playing and you're not playing it just for like, the YouTube side of it, that's good. And I support that kind of content, because I really enjoy playing this, and I really like to play with my friends on this game, and I really like to show people tips and tricks and whatnot that I learned on accident. And, so I'll see you guys later.